So, hello everyone. It's everybody well rested and fit to fly?
Yes.
Perfect. Today we are 3 pilots in the cockpit. For the new faces, my name is David Montañola. I am a captain and a trainer here at French Bee. Today we are also joined by another captain. His name is Nikolai Olsen. And then Marco Braga, who is the first officer for today. Marco will be flying us to San Francisco. We're flying on the Hotel Tango Romeo Echo. Airplane is fine. There's no defects reported in the cabin. We're already refueling, so in case we need to continue refueling while we start the boarding, I'll make sure that you guys are at your stations. Flight taxi out today. We are going to have about 20-minute taxi. Everything looks good for an on-time departure. Nevertheless, if you guys need a bit of extra time, just let us know and we'll give you as much time as you need, okay? There is no time pressure. For the taxi, it's the same. If it takes you a little bit more to get the cabin ready, we'll slow down the taxi and give you enough time. Once we take off, the flight time will be 10 hours and 33 minutes. On the climb out, until we reach the top of climb, as you can see outside, there is a bit of a stormy weather. So we'll most likely leave the seatbelt signs on until we're sure that we're clear of that weather and there is no turbulence. And during the flight, we have, let's say, 3 little areas of turbulence. They should be light turbulence, nothing that avoids you or makes you stop your service. But if you want to know the timings, as you said, one will be after the takeoff. The other one will be about an hour after takeoff for roughly about 40 minutes. And then the next one, 2 hours and 55 minutes for about 30 minutes. For the landing in San Francisco, weather is expected to be fine, a bit windy. Okay, so during the approach, you might feel the gust winds. And that's about it. Again, Marco will be flying us today. I will be assisting him on the left. And Nikolai will be riding the jump seat and helping us in the back. And when I go and do my rest, Nikolai will take over. And that's it. Anybody has, you guys have something to add? No? Anybody has any questions? Everybody's full aware of the policies for the passengers. Okay, well, just keep open communication. Let us know whatever you think that is out of the ordinary. The sooner you let us know, the sooner we can take any decisions. Good?
On my side, we expect 273 passengers, 2 here and 16 there. There's 4 babies, 3 wheelchair Sierra, 1 ZZ. My acting CCL will be Vincent, and working at the front, Amélie and Andrea.
Perfect.
Just right here.
Okay.
That's it.
Good. Perfect. So wish you a nice flight. Come to the cockpit whenever you want. And smile when you open the door. Because you have cameras. Enjoy. Have a safe flight. Bye-bye. Yeah, whenever you want.
So guys, are you ready for the briefing?
Ready.
So status of the aircraft is good. We're going to check now the en route weather. As the EFV is under maintenance, we're going to use our iPads.
Check.
Okay? So our departure today from early. During the climb out, we are expecting some weather as we climb. And then about 1 hour and 10 minutes, we are going to have a forecast of moderate turbulence, flight level 430.
Check.
And then we're on cruise level about 3 hours and 30 minutes. Another forecast of moderate turbulence. And after that, it's going to be smooth. We're going to be above tropopause.
Check.
And then again at 7 hours, but this forecast it's going to be below our flight. It's up to 350, the turbulence. And then we continue all the way towards destination. We're expecting good weather all the way.
Perfect. According to the significant weather maps, on the low temp sea, as we leave Paris, we have some clouds and stormy weather around, as we can see, with some moderate turbulence and icing up to flight level 210. and then we have a couple of areas of turbulence. Once right after takeoff, they are up to flight level 350, and then as we pass Ireland, we will have another one, but we should be above that level. We should be above flight level 350. Now going to the high level one. It's again on the departure we have exactly the same, and the areas of turbulence in this case are up to flight level 400 north of Ireland, and then getting slightly before we get to Greenland, we might find a little area as well. Going through Greenland, it's fine, and then all the way till destination, it should be clear of weather and clear of turbulence.
Okay. So today, flight plan 1441.
That's checked.
French Bee 900 Quebec, 18th June, from Orly to San Francisco. Registration Foxtrot Hotel Tango Romeo Echo, 350-900, ETOPS 180, and speed is Mach 8.5.
Check.
It's computed at midnight 28. Estimated departure time is 9:30.
So in 55 minutes.
So flight levels, we're going to climb 300, later on Ratuk 380, then 67 north 70 west 400, then India Mike Bravo flight level 410, and then Lima Kilo Victor flight level 400. The flight time to San Francisco is 10 hours 33 minutes, ground distance is 5031. And the wind average is a -11, and the temperature is -45. Alternates is Sacramento, 30 minutes, and we don't have no EROPS and no extra fuel.
Check.
So for the weight, zero fuel weight is 161.3, is well below the maximum zero fuel weight. Takeoff weight is expected 229, well below 275, and landing weight 169. 207 the maximum.
Check.
For the departure here, we expect Atrex 1 Echo, and the arrival there it's Mirlo with Bravo Delta Echo Golf Alpha 3.
Check the bodega.
So for shear rate, we have at 3 minutes after departure, and then on page number 7, at position Ratuk, which is 23 minutes, we have shear number 6, and then from Belox, 57 minutes flight time. Up to 2 hours and 38, we have shear from shear 8 up to shear 5.
Check.
Okay. And let me see, that's it.
We enter the ocean by a Gomop, right?
Yes.
Exit
So
by Inknok.
So no more shear. So for the MSA, we are expecting later on, we have just one at 3 hours and 44 minutes. And then later for the Rocky Mountains, after 8 hours, 27 minutes, all the way up to top of descent.
That's checked.
Which is 10 hours. So, and then we enter the Oceanic, as you said, by Gomop.
Check.
Okay. Landing there with 6 tons, 6.6. The ETOPS entry points, ETPs and exit points are checked, cross-checked. For the ETOPS information, we are considering a Shannon and Goose Bay, and this one Calgary. So most critical fuel scenario, ATP 02, fuel excess of 6348 is the ATP 02 going to Calgary.
Check.
ERA is the same Calgary, and alternate route is there. Haven't found anything for the winds and temperature, significant.
Perfect.
Now we brief about the weather.
Perfect.
So for now here in Orly, the latest weather reports, we have ILS runway 06, departure runway 07, the SID is with 1 Echo, and the runways are wet, wind is calm, visibility is 10 kilometers, recently moderate showers of rain, yeah. And it's scattered 500 to 1,300, and CBs, okay, few CBs, and broken 9,000.
Check.
Temperature is 0.17, QNH 1010.
10. Hello everyone from Just Planes, welcome aboard. My name is David Montañola. I am from Madrid in Spain, and I'm the captain on today's flight to San Francisco. We're doing the French Bee 900 Quebec, that's our call sign. And we'll be together for the next 6 days on our trip all the way to French Polynesia, to Tahiti. Today we're on a Airbus A350-900, registration Foxtrot Hotel Tango Romeo Echo. It's an airplane from Air Caribe, but as I will tell you during the cruise, we have, because we belong to the same group, we have a special agreement where we can swap airplanes. And for this sector, we'll be using an Air Caribe airplane. The next flights will be done with a French Bee livery airplane. So welcome on board, enjoy the flight, and I'll talk to you once we're airborne.
Cockpit preparation checklist.
Cockpit preparation checklist. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Fuel quantity.
We have 67300 kilos. They are balanced and pump. Okay, checked.
And baro ref.
QNH 1011.
1011. Cockpit preparation checklist completed.
French Bee 900 Quebec, pushback is approved facing west.
From
Push approved facing west, French Bee 900 Quebec. Before start checklist.
Parking brake. Takeoff speeds and thrust. Before start checklist is complete and the push
Run from
approved facing
cockpit.
west.
Listening?
Sorry for that. We're clear for push. Facing west.
Okay, we'll start pushing facing west. You may release your parking brakes.
Parking brake is released.
Push starting now facing west.
Fair. Thank you.
Cockpit on ground?
Go ahead from the cockpit.
Yes, clear for engine start if you wish to.
We'll start engine 1 and 2 in sequence.
Ready for 1 and 2 in sequence. Welcome.
Starting engine 1.
Ready for 1.
French Bee 92 Kilo, good day, Whiskey 43. French Bee 92 Kilo, bonjour. Stand Bravo 1. For the moment, continue via Whiskey 1. Okay, respect stand Bravo 01, we continue via Whiskey 1 French Bee 92 Kilo.
Start engine 2.
Ready for 2.
Bonjour du rolling 8960, Papa 10 crossing the push. Rolling 8960, bonjour, Papa 10, push facing west is approved. Facing west approved, rolling 8960.
Focus on ground.
Go ahead from the cockpit.
The pushback is complete. You may disconnect. You may set your parking brake.
Parking brake set. We had 2 good engine starts. You're clear to disconnect. See you
Le
at
sol
the
Air
next
France
time.
28
Okay, we disconnected. Just wait my signal on your right hand side. Wish you a nice flight. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Oui, bonjour, Tango Whisky, votre parking Tango 32, vous allez prendre tout droit Lima Sierra et Whisky 3. Tout droit, Lima Sierra, Whisky 3, Air France 28 Tango Whisky. C'est Air France 85 Whisky uniforme. Oui, Air France Whisky uniforme. Oui, je vous rappelle dans 2 secondes. Là. Ça fait le tour en dessous, je vous rappelle dans 1 minute là pour le push. C'est cool. 1010, bonjour, Charlie 6, for the moment continue via Whisky 1.
Charlie 6 via Whisky 1, alors je suis 1010.
Yes, Algeria 1010, your stand is not available for the moment. Donc Air France 85 Whisky uniforme, en Victor 7, on est pro push. 85 Whisky uniforme, eh bien le repoussage face à l'ouest est approuvé.
After start checklist, anti-ice.
Off.
After start checklist, completed.
Flight control.
The 94 Quebec.
Yes, sir.
Aircraft is able to enter Bravo 1 ahead of you or no?
Ah, yeah, we have. He has plenty of space.
Roger.
Full up.
Okay.
Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
27 now.
Okay, thank you, French Bee 94 Quebec.
94 Quebec, when will you expect your taxiing?
In about 3 minutes.
Roger. French Bee 92 Kilo, correction,
Yes.
you will taxi via Whiskey 1 Lima Fox
Full left.
and
Full right. Neutral.
so you wait before Lima Mike.
We'll wait before Lima Mike, alors je suis 1010.
Pulling 8960, taxi
Done.
please. Pulling 8960, taxi via Lima Sierra Whiskey 2, holding point 07. Lima Sierra Whiskey 2, holding point 07, pulling 8960.
Ground French Bee 94 Quebec. We are ready to taxi.
French Bee 94 Quebec, taxi holding point runway 07 via Lima 1 Whiskey 1.
Lima 1, Whiskey 1, holding point runway 07. French Bee 94 Quebec.
Ground bonjour, Corsair 926, Charlie 6, request push.
Check.
And right.
First left, first. Exactly.
Clear right.
Clear left side.
And lights on.
Lights on.
Le sol, bonjour, du France Soleil 94 Hôtel Novembre en Delta 06, on est prêt? France Soleil 94 Hôtel Novembre, bonjour, Delta 6, le repoussage face à l'ouest est approuvé. Eh bien écoutez, face à l'ouest, on est autorisé à repousser face à l'ouest. France Soleil 94 Hôtel Novembre.
Taxi checklist.
Taxi checklist. Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flap settings.
Config 2.
Conf 2. Radar.
On.
Taxi checklist completed. Clear left side. So it will be next to the left and then to the right.
Checked.
Left side is clear.
Clear right side.
Sierra 25, affirme. Merci bien. Have a good day, Alpine 68 Zulu November, the standard Tango 29, fully ready. Alpine 68 Zulu November, bonjour, Tango 29, pushback is approved, facing south. Pushback approved, facing south, Alpine 68 Zulu November. Ground Corsair 926, do you know how long we'll wait? Yes, French Bee is entering via Lima Fox to Bravo 1, subject to him. The push facing west is approved. Roger, push facing west approved. According to French Bee, taxi Lima Fox Bravo 1, Corsair 926. Yes, he is on his stand in 1 minute, I think. Okay, roger. And if you able, make a push enough to let free your stand ahead of you. So we'll free stand Charlie 3 if able, Corsair 926. France 85 Whisky uniforme pour rouler. 85 Whisky uniforme, roulé pour le point d'arrêt, piste 07. Pour le point d'arrêt 07, France Whisky uniforme. Whisky 2, Lima Tango, pour Tango 31, France 18, Papa Québec.
French Bee 9 for Quebec, maintain Whiskey 37, contact tower 18.7, bye-bye.
Tower 18.7, French Bee 9 for Quebec. Au revoir, merci.
Et France Soleil 94.
Ready?
Ready.
Tower, hello, French Bee 9 for Quebec. Heavy, we are approaching holding point, runway 07, fully ready for reaching.
French Bee 9 for Quebec, hello, from Whiskey 37, line up and wait, runway 07.
From Whiskey 37, line up and wait, runway 07, French Bee 9 for Quebec.
Okay, from Whiskey 37, line up and wait, runway 07. Confirm entry the runway 07.
Affirm to enter runway 07. Left side is clear with the air fronts taken off.
Check approach path is clear. And
Strobe light.
strobe light on. And lineup checklist.
Wait.
Lineup checklist. Takeoff runway.
Runway 07 confirmed.
07. Park 1 plus 2.
Off.
Lineup checklist completed. To line up and wait.
Lineup and
Soleil 35 X-ray novembre, contactez le sol, au revoir. Avec le sol X-ray novembre, au revoir. For Quebec, runway 07, clear for takeoff, wind 170 degrees, 2 knots.
Clear for takeoff. Runway 07, French Bee 9 for Quebec.
France 85 Whisky uniforme, contactez le départ, au revoir. Contactez le départ, France Whisky uniforme, le vent est environ du 200, alors voilà. Reçu, merci.
Okay, clear for takeoff.
okay, I see.
Alpine 18 Charlie, Quebec, runway 06, clear to land, wind 180 degrees, 7 knots. Total land, Alpine 18 Charlie, Quebec. France 733 Whisky, contactez le sol, au revoir. Le sol 733 Whisky, quand on est sous 400 pieds là, c'est peut-être pas le moment de nous demander le vent. Reçu, merci. Désolé pour le dérangement.
Check.
Et la tour bonjour du France Soleil 94 Hôtel Novembre, point d'arrêt, c'est son maintien.
$100.
Checked.
V1.
Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Nav.
Check.
Alpine 18 Charlie, Quebec, contact Charlie, ground by.
Trusting climb. Auto trust.
Check.
Radio, bonjour, France avec 40 Papa Zulu, on est en réduction vers 160 nœuds, ILS 06 nautique et on a encore 20 de arrière.
France avec 40 Papa Zulu, bonjour, c'est bien reçu, piste 06, autorisé atterrissage dans 180 degrés 7 nœuds.
Autorisé atterrissage 06, avec 40 Papa Zulu.
French Bee 900 Québec, contact for early departure, bye.
Early departure, French Bee 900 Québec, over.
France avec 4. On approche 130, Air France 85, whisky uniforme.
Air France 85, whisky uniforme, contactez Paris 124 décimales 63, au revoir.
24 63, whisky uniforme aussi, au revoir.
Departure Solos, French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy. We are
Okay, 45
crossing
uniform, please. Quick breath, you
3700.
check in with breath, we'll school hydran and we'll get in contact.
French Bee 904 Quebec, good day, identified, time flight level 130.
Continue climb level 130, French Bee 94 Quebec.
Okay, 13,000.
Quebec, runway 06 clear to land, wind 180 degrees 7 knots. Total land up, I'm on a traffic. France avec 733 whisky, contactez le sol, au revoir. C'est ça le 733 whisky, quand on est 400 pieds, c'est pas vraiment...
Check.
Aujourd'hui, France avec 94 hôtel de vente,
Press set.
France avec 94 hôtel de vente, bonjour, depuis whisky 37, alignez-vous et attendez piste 07. On attend...
100. Positive climb. Here. Check.
Quebec, runway 06 clear to land, wind 180 degrees 7 knots. Total land up, I'm on a Charlie Quebec. France avec 733 whisky, contactez le sol, au revoir. Le sol 733 whisky, quand on est sous 400 pieds, là, c'est peut-être pas le moment de demander... Merci. Désolé pour la d'avance.
Check.
Et la tour aujourd'hui, France avec 94 hôtel novembre,
Press set.
France avec 94 hôtel novembre, bonjour, depuis whisky 37, alignez-vous et attendez piste 07. 37, on attend... France avec 94 hôtel.
100.
Et pour information, France avec 94 hôtel novembre, il y a un renard qui a été reporté à droite de la piste.
Big one. Positive climb. Here. Check.
Charlie, Quebec, runway 06 clear to land, wind 180 degrees 7 knots. Total land up, I'm on a Charlie. France avec 733 whisky, contactez le sol, au revoir. C'est ça le 733 whisky, quand on est sous 400 pieds, là, c'est peut-être pas le moment de demander...
Check.
Et la tour aujourd'hui, France avec 94 hôtel de vente,
Press set.
France avec 94 hôtel de vente, bonjour, depuis whisky 37, alignez-vous et attendez piste 07.
100. Big one. Rotate. Positive climb. Here. Check. London, good afternoon. It's French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy. We are level 280 on course to Ratek.
French Bee 94 Quebec, London, good morning. Direct Leicester, what's the requested level?
Direct to Leicester, and we initially like to request level 380, French Bee 94 Quebec.
Roger.
Okay. Leicester, confirm?
Confirm.
Roger, 22 Mike, request descent.
Okay.
Roger, 22 Mike, descend flight level 270. And flight level 270, Tomjet 22 Mike.
And 22 Mike, 270 knots or less, please.
Okay, Tomjet 22 Mike.
Hello, easy 97 Tango Bravo, turning right to Conan, climbing flight level 180.
French Bee 94 Quebec, climb flight level 310.
Climb flight level 310, French Bee 94 Quebec.
Welling 8960, when ready, descend flight level 180, level at back.
When ready, descend level 8, 180, level 8, head back, loading 8960.
I'm Welling 8960, reduced now to 250 knots, delay about 10 minutes.
250 knots, copy delay, Welling 8950.
French Bee 94 Quebec, direct to Rodol, contact
1000 to go.
127.880.
Direct to Roddle, 127880, French Bee 94 Quebec. Have a good night. Good day.
Good night.
So, Rodo, confirm.
Firm.
With A-beams. Rodo, two-way point.
London, good day, afternoon. It's French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy. We're crossing 374 for flight level 380 to Roddle.
French Bee 94 Quebec, London control, Roger. Short 4 Hotel, contact London 133.705. 33705, Roger.
Mac out cruise. Star.
Checked.
Out cruise.
Checked.
TCAS below.
Checked.
Good to go now. Headsets off.
So hello everyone. We have just shortly reached our initial cruise altitude for the beginning of the flight of 38,000 feet. We're just leaving behind the city of East Midlands and heading now more or less towards Manchester. As we are approaching the Atlantic Ocean, we have a procedure where we have to request our Oceanic clearance. At the moment this procedure is changing slightly. We are now moving into the what is called the RCL, the request for clearance, but it's still within the Shanwick airspace, which is the one we are going to enter into in about an hour. We still have to request the Oceanic clearance. For that, we need to let them know of the Oceanic entry point, which in this case is this point called GOMOP. The estimate time over that waypoint. We'll let them know what altitude we request and the speed we request for the Oceanic area. So in order to ask for Oceanic clearance, we'll request it. We'll go for the Oceanic clearance. We're going to enter here the airspace, the first Oceanic airspace, which in this case is Shanwick. That would be Echo Golf Golf X-ray. Marco, you confirm our entry point is GOMOP?
I do confirm.
And the ETA for GOMOP?
1208.
1208. Speed, we're going to request Mach 85.
Checked.
And level?
380.
Marco, we've already computed on our application, and we have 380, optimum 390, and the reg max is 394, so 380 would be good, I agree. And for reg max, we'll put as well 380.
380. Yeah.
380 for the moment. Happy, so Oceanic, Oceanic Center, Echo Golf Golf X-ray, go move at 1208, Mach 85 and level 380.
Confirm.
Send?
Send.
Request is received. If no Oceanic clearance within 15 minutes, reverse to voice procedures. So that would be at 38, close.
So at 38, so close.
So we have the Oceanic clearance, Marco.
Yes.
We have Oceanic clearance at 1128. today from Echo Golf X-Ray, clearance number 241, French Bee 94 Quebec, clear to San Francisco via Gomup, 58 North 014 West,
Checked.
60 North 020 West,
Checked.
63 North 030 West,
Checked.
65 North 040 West,
Checked.
66 North 050 West,
Checked.
Epman. From Gomup at 1208,
Checked. So from this one here.
Gomup. From Gomup
Okay.
at 1208,
Okay. Go move one. Correct.
maintain level 380,
Scottish, good
and
afternoon.
decimal 5.
Checked.
ATC route amendment, which is the 58 North 014 West that we know. Acknowledge.
Acknowledge.
Send.
Send.
Still sending. Okay, so it's sent. And the Oceanic message, acknowledge received, the clearance is confirmed.
Checked.
End of message. Close?
Close.
Okay, so right now we have just entered the Atlantic Ocean. We exited Europe through Scottish air traffic control, and they just gave us the frequencies to do the first position report on HF. HF frequencies are high frequencies, which are radio frequencies that has a very big range, but on the downside is that the communication is, there is a lot of background noise, making them sometimes not very clear. So they gave us 8879er as a primary. We're going to contact them now, request a cell code check, and then they'll probably give us another secondary frequencies for them. We'll let them know that we're going to transition afterwards into the Reykjavik airspace, and they will probably give us a frequency to change at the boundary. So let's go for it. We'll set up on the HF box.
20 West 1210, flight level 390.
And as soon as I press the push to talk button, it's going to do a test. So you'll hear a loud beep, and then we will be able to transmit.
Shanwick, French Bee 94 Quebec, calling Shanwick on 8879er.
Quick radio on 8879.
It's French Bee, Foxtrot Bravo Uniform 94 Quebec. We are CPDLC Iceland next and request cell call on Juliet Kilo Charlie Mike.
Just say again, please, sir, your flight number.
French Bee, Foxtrot Bravo Uniform 94 Quebec.
French Bee 94 Quebec, Shamrock Radio. Good afternoon. Your secondary frequency for Shamrock Radio, back up now for Shamrock, will be 10021, 61 North Call Iceland, on Victor 127.850, and here's your cell call.
Positive cell call check, secondary for Shanwick 10021, and at 61 North we'll contact Iceland on 127.85, French Bee 94 Quebec.
French Bee 94 Quebec, that's all affirmative, Shamrock Radio, clear.
So that's done. They gave us a secondary frequency for Shanwick, which is already preset by Marco. And then at 61 North, as you can see here, it's the boundary between Shanwick's airspace and Iceland airspace. We'll contact them on VHF on 12785. Because we're flying close to ground, both to Iceland, from Iceland and Greenland, the VHF coverage, it's very good. So we'll take advantage of that. The other thing we perform is the HF cell call. The cell call, the cell call. The cell call stands for selective call, and the way I normally explain it to it's composed of two different tones, each tone made by a pair of letters, and what does what the benefit from the cell call is that we do not have to monitor the HF frequency all the time. As we said before, the HF makes a lot of background noise, and it would be quite disturbing to fly it for such a long time with the background noise. So now we will be able to remove the headsets. If they need anything, they will make a cell call, and we will go back to the HF and ask them what they want.
Michael, quick start. I'll cruise.
Well, hello everyone again. If you allow me to give you some information about today's flight. Right now we are 7 hours and 50 minutes into the flight since our takeoff from Paris Orly. We've just left behind Charlie Yankee Mike, Fort McMurray, and we are about 180 miles to Edmonton. I'll like to show you, to preview a little bit since our departure. We can display it here in the center. We took off this morning from Orly. We were parked at Bravo 01. We did our pushback facing south. Okay, and then on our way to the runway, the active runway, which was runway 07, we took Whiskey 2. Then we took a left turn on Lima 1, and we taxied all the way on Whiskey 1 to the holding point here at runway 07. After the takeoff on runway 7, the departure took us sort of like in a runway heading, and then we made a right turn, flying somehow on a downwind, let's say, and then finally up north of Paris. We basically rounded the city of Paris, which is located right over here. You have Charles de Gaulle here, and the airport of Le Bourget over here. Then our routine today took us, after the climb out from Paris into the UK's airspace. We flew very close to airports like Heathrow and Gatwick. Then we went very close over Manchester. We transferred to the Scottish airspace, leaving airports like Prestwick on the right hand side, and then we continue climbing up north. We entered the ocean over a waypoint called Gomup, where we spoke with Shanwick's airspace. Then we crossed the boundary with Reykjavik's airspace, leaving Iceland, Keflavik on the right hand side of the aircraft. Then we crossed Greenland, leaving Kangerlussuaq on the right hand side of the aircraft. And then we enter Canadian airspace. We flew over northern Canada, which is this airspace defined by the blue line, all through the northern Canadian airspace. As you can see, there are not many airports around the northern airspace. And this is where we are right now. We have Edmonton right ahead of us, Calgary, and then we're going to leave Seattle, which is on the right hand side of the aircraft, continue down south, leaving Reno on the left hand side of the aircraft, and then we'll do the approach into San Francisco. Okay, so I'm going to brief you of the arrival and the approach we're going to perform into San Francisco today, because I think I believe it's worth of mentioning. It's quite a nice approach, which will give us very good views. At this moment, we're up north. We're going to approach San Francisco through the north. We're going to be flying over the Rocky Mountains, giving us some areas of high terrain. Then the terrain will descend. This is what we call the Great Mora, so that's 10,400 feet. We're going to approach San Francisco from the north, performing a standard arrival that is called the Bodega 3 arrival. The Bodega will take us initially over this point called Merlo. We'll fly south, and from this point we'll start getting very nice views of the city, and especially of the Golden Gate. This is the Bay Area of San Francisco, all this area, and this is the little opening that where the Golden Gate is located. So coming from the north, we're going to fly over this line, and we'll have very nice views. We should have good views of the Golden Gate on the left side of the aircraft. Then as we pass the Golden Gate, this is downtown San Francisco. So still on the left-hand side of the aircraft, we should get very good views of the city. And we'll end up at a waypoint called Briggs at 11,000 feet. This waypoint is right overhead the airport. You can see the 4 runways over here. And from this waypoint on, we'll get vectors. So we should fly something like this onto runway 28 right. Sorry, just as well, Auckland, the city of Auckland is on the left-hand side of the aircraft as we are flying the approach. It's quite a congested airspace. There are a lot of airplanes taking off and landing at Auckland. Same as in San Francisco, and you have some little airports over here with general aviation. We have Palo Alto, San Carlos. Moffett Field is a military base where the Zeppelin, we might see during the approach, there's a huge hangar, and that's where the Zeppelin was built. As well, NASA has 2 or 3 airplanes, test airplanes that are stored over there. One of them being a very cool Caribou with jet engines. That will be the approach we're going to perform. We're going to do an ILS approach for runway 28 right. And after landing, French Bee parks on this side of the airport, and we'll be landing on this runway. So Marco, whenever he comes back from his rest, he's going to set up the arrival, and he's going to choose the taxiway where he wants to exit the runway. We are going to either to cross runway 28 left, 10 right, which is at the moment it's closed due to works in progress. The last few months they've been giving us the taxi onto the runway, and at some point, normally at Echo, we were exiting, and we'll just go around the terminal to a spot number 1, where we will have to contact the apron, and then they will give us the instructions to the gate.
Seattle Center, good afternoon. French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy, flight level 410, CPDLC.
French Bee 94 Quebec, Seattle Center, roger.
Okay, if I may, Nicola, you have control and communications? I'd like to introduce you a little bit on the OIS, the Onboard Information System of the A350. The system is basically divided into two different parts. We have the avionics part and the EFB, and I will transfer this to the center so I can give you a quick explanation of how the system works. We're now looking at the EFB application. It's a very useful device where we can find a lot of information. First, we have the terminal charts. Well, that would be our airport terminal charts. We can set up over here, as you can see, different airports, and we can access. Right now, we're looking at San Francisco. Going to the management, what we'll do is we'll choose the standard arrival, the approach, the taxi chart that we're going to use for arrival. We can add them to the right side and then display them. This is normally the display that we will have during the approach and the landing. So we have, in this case right now, we can split the charts to show the most relevant information that will be useful for our preparation and the approach and landing. Then we have, if we continue, we have the route maps. That basically substitutes the paper maps that we were using back in the days, and it's the map that I showed you before when I explained you the route that we followed since our takeoff from Paris. Here we have a lot of information. We can just click on any airport and it will show us the relevant information. If we select here on the right hand side, we'll get very good information. As we're following the flight, this information will start moving. We will be able to go through all the FIRs that we're flying, and it will give us any kind of relevant information related to communications, contingency procedures, radio failure, everything. We can display the airways, we can display waypoints, we can display VORs, different airspaces, the terrain. It will give us the grid more, so the minimum the minimum altitude. So we have 8,700, 7,200, 8,000. So it's a very useful tool that we have displayed throughout the flight to get a good situational awareness. Then we go to the EWAS. The EWAS is basically a weather tool. It is not. We don't use it for weather deviation purposes, but for, again, situational awareness. It gives us very, very good information. Green is turbulence. Yellow one, sorry, that would be, we have icing information. The yellow one would be CBs. We can get the wind. This would be the, let's say, top view. And here we have a vertical view of either the areas of turbulence, weather, as we have down here where we're flying. If I display the winds will pop up, should pop up as well. So it's very, very good, and it's very intuitive, and it's accurate as well, very accurate. Then we have our ops library. The ops library, we have manuals. These are links that the company sets up for us. It's customized. You can customize it as you wish, and we can access our FCOM. We can access our flight crew technical manual. We can OABs, which have to do with the airplane, are already included into the. These are all shortcuts from the FCOM. And other operational things. System reset tables. We have delay codes. We can even access when we have a delay on departure. We can access all the information and check which code we're gonna put. It's very good. As I mentioned before, from this tab you can access all the different manuals that we have from the airplane and even from the company. The part A is the company manual. We can access the QRH. Here we can just create shortcuts. And the ECAM is very, very useful. The ECAM is, as soon as the airplane detects a failure, we have an ECAM message or any kind of abnormal situation, the airplane will send information to our EFB, and we'll have a link. We'll have the title here and a link to the FCOM or the MEL to see the condition of dispatch of that relevant system. So it's very good. It gives you very good information, and one of the most important things is that you're able to access to it very, very quickly. Here we have the takeoff performance, in-flight performance, and landing performance. We will be able to calculate our landing performance and see. We can quickly do it for San Francisco, for example. We'll just put the airport. We'll select the runway. So today we're planning to land on runway 28 right, and the wind in San Francisco is 030 at 4. We have 19 degrees. Altimeter is 2983. The runway is dry. We will not be using anti-ice, and the landing weight we're expecting is 168.5, we would say, to be on the safe side. We're going to be landing with the packs. We're going to be landing with flaps full, air conditioning on. We'll do a normal approach. Climb grading, we need 2.5. We will not add any speed. We'll fly with the auto thrust on. Brake, we'll calculate with brake manual, and no reverse credit. And then we'll get a very good idea of what my landing distance required is. So we have that the landing distance available for the runway is 3,425 meters, and we're going to need factor. So without the factor, it's 1,286, and adding a margin, safety margin, would be 1,479 meters. That will give us 1946 meters of margin with a com full. We'll have the V approach. As you can see on the 350, the approaches are, for such a weight, are quite good. It's not a fast airplane on approach. So that was the landing performance. For the takeoff, it's exactly the same. That's the way we calculate our V1, VR, and V2 speeds. We'll see our margin on takeoff as well. And we have the in-flight performance, which is sort of like the landing performance. We're able to calculate for any phase of flight a lot of different calculations, and we are able to get very good and accurate information. Then we'll move to our avionics server. We have, to make it simple, it's basically a way to communicate. We get operational information, and it's a way to communicate with the airline should we need to, or either maintenance or OCC department. These are all the messages that they've sent us. The last one they sent us at 19:03, about 45 minutes ago, was the gate number that we're going to have in San Francisco. We can get weather reports, either METAR, TAFOR, or significant weather reports. We even get our load sheet of the flight. It's sort of like an email. Outbox are the messages that are pending to be sent, and the sent, it's obviously the messages that have already been sent, either automatically by the airplane or manually by us. On the pre-flight, we have init data. It's the basic information for the flight. Weather, this is the page that we will use to request weather reports, either METAR and TAFOR, only the METAR, only the TAFOR, or significant weather segments. Then we have a refueling report, which we also fill out during the flight preparation. Once the airplane is refueled, we insert the quantity of liters that have been refueled, either liters or gallons. We fill the density, and that will this way we will make a calculation and make sure that the uplifted fuel is the one we really want, and it's correct. Free text, we are able to send messages either to an operations department, maintenance department, any other aircraft, if we know their flight number, and any other seat address. Seat address is sort of like to make it simple, sort of like an email, aviation email. It's an address. Flight log, it will give us information related to today's flight. So Orly to San Francisco. This is our flight number and day. And we've done blocks off at 10:27 for a takeoff at 10:35. We can see up to 5 flights. So that would be the previous flight. The airplane came from Newark to Orly. Then previously the airplane went, this was a towed. They probably towed the airplane at the airport. This is Orly to Newark. And this is Miami to Orly. Okay, so now currently we're doing this one. Then we'll go to our in-flight. That would be the next. Weather is exactly the same display as we had on the pre-flight module. Free text is the same. RAM services we're able to send to our operations department whether we need a wheelchair Charlie, Romeo, Sierra. These are different wheelchairs, wheelchair types, or if we have any UM on board, and if we have any other requirements or specials, we will just type it and then we will send it. Rerouting, in case they give us a reroute, we will be able to send the relevant information for our OCC department to be able to calculate a new flight plan with a new reroute. And for the diversion, exactly the same. If for any reason we cannot proceed to our destination and we need to divert to another airport, we'll send them the information that they need in order to compute a new flight plan. And then the last one would be the post-flight. Post-flight, this is an activity report module where we can enter a lot of information, but at the moment we are not using this application. That's why you will see that everything is blank. Precision approach is the same. In case we do ILS, a Cat 2 or Cat 3, we can fill out the gaps, but still it's not something that we use in this airline. Free text, exactly the same as we had on the other two pre-flight or in-flight modules, and the flight log. We just saw it before on the in-flight as well. So basically, the philosophy is that they've divided into 3 different parts: the pre-flight, in-flight, and post-flight, and they've included what they believe is more relevant to each phase of flight, so that it's easily accessible. And that's it.
Okay, David, I'll start the arrival briefing.
Check.
For the state of the aircraft, anything that you saw?
No, I don't see any relevant any issues with
so the NOTAMs, we know that runway 28 left is closed.
Affirm.
So weather-wise is
Sacramento is good as well. Nothing in Sacramento.
The alternate. Weather-wise, both of airports, the destination alternate good weather.
Check.
Okay. The Mora, so since we're coming here from Mirlo, it's at 10,400.
Check.
And the MSA later on, it's going to be 5,100. So from 10,400 to be 5,100. So here we are doing a Mirlo arrival, Bodega 3 with a Mirlo transition.
Check.
The chart is 10-2 Alpha. Both of us have been cross-checked.
Check.
So in the here, sorry, and the approach we're expecting ILS 28 right.
Yep. So just to, if you don't mind, we just check the constraints on the arrival. I have Mirlo,
okay,
290 or above.
Okay, Mirlo 290
check.
above. Then Muscat is between 280 and 240 and speed 280 knots.
That's checked.
And then Baglow, it's 230 and between 230 and 190, speed 280.
Checked.
Lozet is below 16,000.
Checked.
And speed 280 knots.
That's checked.
Bodega is 13,000.
Checked.
Cork is 11,000 at 11,000 feet and speed 250.
Yes.
And then Bricks is 11,000.
That's checked.
And then we expect vectors for ILS runway 28 right.
Very
the
good.
chart is 11-3. We most probably intercept from Sepin. which is about 10 miles. I make the radios 5 and 10.
Okay.
Just to we know, because it doesn't read 0 from the threshold.
Right.
Yeah.
On
Okay.
the threshold reads 2 DME on the ILS.
So then it's going to be 3 degrees approach. With the weather, there is
I have a final approach course of 284. So
284.
check.
Okay, I will finish this. Okay, 284. And 3 degrees. Decision now to this 213.
Perfect.
And the go around is straight ahead 3000 to VQ.
Check.
And then hold there. For performance, 28 right, we expect landing 168.1 landing weight.
Check.
The wind is 28016, headwind is 16 knots and crosswind 1 knot. Temperature is 22, QNH 2983 and bottle is 213. Transition 185 with the comfy full and V approach is 130. For the go around, reduction acceleration is 1000 above airfields, and in case of engine out is 3000.
Check.
Fuel and load alternating Sacramento, we have still 30 minutes extra.
Check.
Okay. And position monitor, I put San Francisco 28 right.
Same as me.
GPS primary. And here, as I told you here, I made 10 miles from San Francisco. Let me do this Kilo Sierra Fox. 10 miles from this, okay.
Good. Okay.
Okay, and for the automation policy, once we are on final established on the localizer, I will disengage the autopilot. And stabilization criteria, here we consider sea level at 1,500 configured, and 1,000 is the stabilization criteria.
Perfect.
Okay. For go around, in case of go around, my call out would be go around flaps. I'll read the FMA, positive climb, gear up, and we climb to 3,000. We can consider is a low altitude platform, so I'll set toga and back to
for a soft go around. Okay.
Yeah, for a soft go around. Landing there, as we discussed here, I will put. We plan to vacate via taxiway Echo, then we cross 28 left, and then we expect either Alpha or Bravo, all the way to Mike 1, and then we see our gate is Alpha 8.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think that's about it today. I'm happy.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, good afternoon, Canada 555 L360.
So right now we're closing flight level 273. Here over this waypoint Muscat, we have a restriction to cross Muscat above 240 but below 280, which you can also see over here on the vertical display on the VD. And then we have a magenta dot on both displays. And this dot means that because we need to cross Muscat at 280 knots, and at the moment we're maintaining about 295 knots over here. This magenta dot will be the deceleration. So the airplane will start to decelerate at this point to be able to reach Muscat at 280 knots. So very soon you will see that this back goes to 280 knots. Any second now, you will see that it goes down to 280.
Yeah,
there it is, 280. So now what the airplane is doing is slightly increasing, reducing, let's say, the rate of descent with thrust idle to reach the 280 knots that we need over Muscat. Once we're approaching these 280 knots, the rate of descent, as you can see now, will start to increase again, and we will maintain that speed and a good profile to cross Muscat at the required levels.
Auckland Center, good afternoon. French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy. We are level 240 on the Bodega 3.
French Bee 904, Oakland Center, roger. Descend via Bodega 3 arrival. Maintain 300 knots or greater until Lozette. Altimeter 2983.
2983, 300 knots minimum till Lozette, and we descend via the Bodega 3 arrival. French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy.
So Bodega 3 is 11,000.
That's checked, confirmed.
And the speed, so just idle descent for level 110 blue,
Check.
and the speed is 300.
300
minimum.
knots until Lozette, and 2983 is altimeter.
Okay. Speed 300, minimum. Okay. Manage speeds.
Checked. The airport is right ahead of us.
Yeah.
Right ahead is the airport. And you have Auckland, you see the two runways on the left hand side?
I
Just
see.
facing us, that's Auckland International.
Oh, okay. Yeah, speed 250. Approach phase is activated already. Okay.
Yeah, because
I was
the
waiting.
early descent, yeah.
Speed 250.
Checked.
Speed up.
1,000 to go.
Checked.
French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy, reduce speed to 210.
Reducing 210 knots. French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy.
Speed 210 set.
Checked.
It's above. Okay.
Would you like me to do the 10 checks so we
Yeah, we can do it really.
Perfect.
10 checks, please.
Yes.
Approach Skywest 168, Foxtrot 196, descending. Pressure, sending via the brakes, 4 with Quebec.
Completed.
Charles 168 Foxtrot North, Cal approach, expect runway 30 right at San Jose, San Francisco, altimeter 2983, and if you're requesting it, the RNAV Zulu is already on request.
That's expecting 30 right, and we will take the Zulu Skywest 168 Foxtrot.
French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy, descend to maintain 6,000.
Descend maintain 6,000. French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy.
6,000, first idle band sent.
Checked.
6,000 knots.
French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy, turn left heading 100, vectors 28 right, maintain 4,000.
Left heading 100, vector silence 28 right, and we'll maintain 4,000 feet. French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy.
Heading.
November 2 Quebec Whiskey, you can proceed direct to that fix now, maintain VFR 3,500.
3,500, and I'll head towards my line to Quebec Whiskey.
2 Quebec Whiskey, you're cleared into San Francisco Class Bravo airspace.
Cleared into the Bravo, 2 Quebec Whiskey.
Yes, 500. Checked.
United 574, reduced to 160 knots.
Go to 160, United
Speed yes,
574.
500.
French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy, turn left heading 360, maintain 4,000.
Left heading 360, maintain 4,000. French Bee 94 Quebec is Heavy.
360 on the heavy.
Checked. See Muffin Field. Okay, let's go for the LS chart now. Very good.
2 Quebec Whiskey, maintain VFR 5500.
VFR 5500 to Quebec Whiskey.
United 574, reduce the final approach speed.
Slow to final approach speed, United 574.
United 574, there's traffic 12 o'clock, 3.5 miles, 1,300 at Challenger.
I'm going to give you a question for
Booking United 574.
Yes.
7.
November 2 Quebec Whiskey, contact approach 135.1.
135.1 to Quebec Whiskey.
United 574, contact San Francisco Tower 120.5, good day.
Contact Tower United 574.
Flaps 1.
Entry 94 Quebec Heavy, turn left heading 300, join the 28 right localizer.
300 to the left, join 28 right localizer. French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy.
French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy, you're now 16 miles from San
300 to
Francisco,
lock,
maintain 4,000 till established, cleared ILS 28 right approach.
And then 4,000 till established, clear ILS approach, runway 28 right. French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy.
So we're clear for the approach? No?
We're clear for the approach. To maintain 4,000 till established.
Approach, autopilot 1, glides no blue, land 3 do, autopilot 1 plus 2.
Checked.
So we may reduce now to 180.
Whatever you want.
Okay, flap. Okay, speed 180. Outstar, out.
Checked.
We will maintain this. Flaps 2.
French Air Flight 3362, 8500 to 77,000, joining the course for 28 right.
Check.
Approach. Flight 3362, NorCal approach, good afternoon. After Archie, maintain 6,000.
After RQ maintain 6,000, French Air Flight 3362.
First 904 Quebec Heavy, contact Tower 120.5, good day.
Tower 120.5, French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy. Good day.
United 194 Heavy cross, runway 1 right.
Clear across 1 right, United 194 Heavy.
Tower, hello, French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy, we're 12.7 miles from the ILS runway 28 right.
French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy, runway 28 right, clear to land, caution my chills, heavy 777 will depart.
Third land, runway 28 right, French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy.
8 Alpha Foxtrot, turn right echo, contact ground.
Cleared land.
Right echo over to ground, A18 Alpha.
Speed 160.
Check. We're still 11 and so on. It's fine with the speed.
Yeah, this is 10 miles and 5 there. Okay.
United 1596 Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and wait.
Okay, 1596, 28 right, line up and wait.
2,500.
Radio altimeter alive.
Checked. Gear down.
Speed checked. Gear down.
American 1849, wind 29020, traffic holding in position on runway 28, runway 1 right, clear for takeoff.
1 right, clear for takeoff,
Flaps
American 1849.
Speed check.
United 574 at Echo cross 28 left, contact ground. At Echo cross 28 left over to ground, United 574. United 194 Heavy at the approach, cross runway 28 left, hold short over runway 28 right.
Get the approach, clear across 28 left, hold short.
2,000.
United 194 Heavy.
Flaps full.
Speed check. Flaps full. And we're
Yeah, we're approaching 5 miles.
Check.
And landing checklist.
Check.
And speed is managed.
perfect. Landing checklist. Landing checklist is completed. We're clear to land. There is a 777 lining up on the runway for takeoff.
Checked.
United 1596, the wind's 290 at 21, traffic's on a 4 mile file behind, runway 28 right, cleared for takeoff.
Clear right, clear for takeoff, United 1596 Heavy.
American 1849, contact NorCal.
Departure American 1849.
So he's rolling. Okay, autopilot is coming off.
Check.
Approach 1.
Checked.
$1,000.
Stable.
Checked.
United 5096 Heavy, contact knockout departure.
Departure United 5096 Heavy.
Southwest 3583, only one left, line up and wait, shuttle running west.
Line up and wait, one left, Southwest 3583.
United 2380 Heavy at Foxtrot, cross one left and right.
Cross one left and one right, United 2380 Heavy at Foxtrot.
$500. $400. $300. 100 above.
Checked.
$200. Minimum.
Continue. Check.
Hello, Tower, Frontier Flight 3362, visual 28 right.
3362 Frontier, 3362 on my 28 right, clear line, caution, turbulence, heavy landing, heavy departing.
50.
Alright,
40.
cleared to land,
30.
28 right, Frontier Flight
20.
3362.
Retard.
United 194 Heavy on my 28 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 28 right, United 194 Heavy.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Diesel. VTV.
French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy, turn left, Echo, cross runway 28 left, contact ground on 112.8.
Echo.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay,
just,
sorry.
I'm just
Southwest
running.
3583, caution, traffic will hold in position on runway 28. Traffic will hold short of your runway downfield. On departure now, maintain 4,000.
Auto brake off.
Runway 1 left, clear for takeoff.
Okay, maintain 4,000,
This
1
one
left, clear for
here.
takeoff southwest. 583.
And French Bee 94 Quebec will turn left on Echo, cross runway 28 left, ground point 8.
United 2380 Heavy at the approach, cross runway 28 left, hold short of runway 28 right.
Cross 28 left at the approach,
So left
hold
side is
short
clear.
28 right, United
Right side
2380
is
Heavy.
clear.
WestJet 1509, runway 1 right, line up and wait.
We're
Left
clear to
wait,
cross,
right,
confirm
right.
cross entering
Southwest
runway 28
4804,
left.
runway 1 left, line up and wait.
Cross runway 28
Wait,
left.
1 left, southwest 4804.
Right side is clear.
Checked.
United 58 Heavy, San Francisco Tower at Foxtrot, cross 1 left and right.
Clear to cross 1 left and 1 right at
Left side is
Foxtrot,
clear.
United 58
Right
Heavy.
side is clear.
United 194 Heavy, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28 right, United 194 Heavy.
Southwest 3583, contact NorCal.
Okay, southwest 3583.
Okay, ground to 1.8. So, good afternoon. It's French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy. We are vacating runway 28 left.
French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy, San Francisco ground, taxi via Bravo Hotel Alpha.
Bravo Hotel Alpha, French Bee 94 Quebec Heavy. Bravo next to the left.
Next
First,
one, clear
first
right.
left, clear left. Bravo Hotel Alpha.
Ground United Super Tug 6 at MLC West at Deadhead Gate Fox 4.
Super Tech 6, that has via Zulu Bravo 1 Bravo, give way.
Zulu Bravo 1 Bravo and give way, United Super Tug 6.
$300. 100 above. $200. Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10.
Spoilers. Reverse green.
$300. 100 above. $200. Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 30, 20, retard,
15 feet.
10,
10. Spoilers. Reverse green. Yeah, no, I'm just waiting for 70 knots. So next to the echo.
auto brake off.
It's this one here.
Yes,
Correct?
next to the
First one.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard,
15 feet.
10,
10. Spoilers. Reverse green.
Push 5 Alpha, Skywest 3314.
Skywest 3314, climb to the 6 and maintain 4,000.
Climb to the 6 and maintain 4,000, Skywest
Next to the
3314.
right and then to the left.
Copy, that's clear right.
Clear left.
Good afternoon, Skywest 5653, Foxtrot Golf, correction Foxtrot 9 with Golf, create the pushback.
Sky 55, 56, 53 cents to ground, push on off as approved, climb via the 6 and maintain 4,000.
Push approved on Alpha, climb via SID, expect 4,000, Skywest 5653.
And that's climb via the 6 accept, so maintain 4,000.
Climb via SID, except 4,000, Skywest 5653.
Correct.
So from here, you're gonna call ramp?
Yes, so you have
I have-
communication, you keep the ground, I'll contact ramp tower.
One.
French Bee 94 Cuba Rema. Enter spot 1, Mike 5 to the gate.
That was 1774 is on.
One, Mike 5 to the gate, French Bee 94 Quebec.
Ready to taxi, Taka 563.
Sis, we
Taka 563, proceed to spot 2, contact ground point today.
Bye-bye, spot 2, 1 to 1.8. Take care, Taka 5.
Start the APU now.
Yes.
Clear left side.
Bravo says
Yeah, right.
1774 is entering for Bravo 2.
WestJet 1774 Rema. Enter spot 1 and hold behind Frontier for now.
Enter at spot 1, hold behind Frontier, WestJet 1774.
So the Alpha 8 is on the left. We have no windwalkers, so we are not allowed to enter yet. You can just move a little bit forward just to see if they're coming.
Frontier flight 3362 up behind Avianca. Proceed to the gate.
Alright, behind Avianca, behind to the gate, Frontier 3362.
Left side is clear.
Right side is clear.
Okay, clear left side.
Clear right.
Lights are off. Left side clear. could be under for a while.
So I follow him?
Yeah.
Not the guidance, okay.
I know, follow the guidance.
Ah. A little to the left. Okay.
Left side is clear.
Right side is clear.
Okay.
Parking brake
AP
is
bleed on.
AP bleed is on. Engine 1 off. Engine 2 off. All these lights are disarmed. Engines are spooling down.
Hello everyone, welcome to San Francisco. We've just done our blocks on, and it's been 10 hours and 51 minutes since we took off from Paris Orly. So we've done a flight time of 10 hours and 34 minutes. Marco flew us all the way here.
Yeah.
He did a great flight. So now it's time to rest, and tomorrow we'll head to Tahiti for another sector.
Good afternoon, flight deck. Welcome to San Francisco.